Hi everyone, Tanner here. I hope you're having a good day. Let's talk about how you don't need to change your pain or get rid of it. You just need to change your response to it. So, let's get into it. The more we try to get rid of our pain or change it in some way, the more the brain feels in danger about the pain sensations. And this can actually result in the sensations becoming more amplified and persisting for a prolonged period of time. And I get it. I remember being in pain, and for probably 3 or 4 years, my main focus was I need to get out of pain. The dream was I wanted to be pain-free. I need this to go away. But this creates a lot of pressure and intensity on the recovery of chronic pain. And in this mind-body journey of healing neuroplastic pain and symptoms, we can't be putting a bunch of pressure on actually trying to get out of pain, as this will just worsen things. What we need to do is actually change the way we respond to the pain sensations. Now, typically, we respond to pain with frustration, fear, despair, annoyance, anxiety, and all of these responses enter us into the pain-fear cycle, where we have pain, which causes feelings of fear. Fear causes the brain to feel in danger. We need it to be more likely to misinterpret safe signals coming up from the body as if they're dangerous, resulting in more pain. More pain leads to more fear, and more fear leads to more pain. And so to exit out of the pain-fear cycle, as I've talked about before, we don't need to actually change the pain or get rid of it. We just need to change our response to it. And when we talk about neuroplastic pain, it's important to note that there's nothing actually to be changed because the body is completely fine. All that's taking place is a miscommunication between your body and your brain, which is resulting in the pain sensations being produced. So the first step is to gather evidence, as I've said before, that your pain is neuroplastic. Because the more we can believe that our body's completely okay and the pain's only occurring because our brain and nervous system feels in danger, it actually starts to help us stop, trying to change the pain or get rid of it and understand that our body's okay and we're safe. And I know that this is hard, but gathering evidence that your pain's neuroplastic helps the logical parts of our brain understand that we're safe. So I'll link to the top of this video, the 12 signs of neuroplastic pain, a video that I did in the past on this, as this will help you look for evidence. But for myself early on, the evidence that really helped me believe that my pain is neuroplastic was, first off, my pain was inconsistent. It wasn't always present, and the intensity level would vary even during the same activities. And this is not how structural pain typically functions, with this inconsistencies. So this was one piece of evidence that helped me believe, okay, I'm not dealing with an issue in my body. I'm dealing more with an issue in my brain. Now on top of this, my pain would move around. It was inconsistent, and it would move around to different body parts. So sometimes my lower back would hurt, and then later on in the day, my upper back would hurt, and then all of a sudden my shoulders would hurt. And outside of having a systemic disorder, pain doesn't typically function like this if it's structurally caused. And so this was another piece of evidence early on that made me realize, okay, my brain's just firing things off here. There's nothing actually wrong with my body. It wouldn't be moving around like this. And then another piece that really was kind of the nail in the coffin for me understanding this is the way my pain responded to my emotional state. And so the more stressed I was, the more the pain would increase. And the more at ease and relaxed, or if I had moments of joy in my life, the pain would just dissipate or decrease greatly. And this is a sign that your pain is more to do with your emotional state and not with a structural issue in your body. So keep gathering evidence. The more evidence we have, the more the logical parts of our brain can understand, okay, we're actually safe right now, we're okay. Now, the other part is the emotional parts of our brain, like I talked about last week, the primitive parts of our brain. We have to help them feel safe with the pain sensations. And my favorite strategy for this is somatic tracking, which I know I push a lot on this channel, but somatic tracking is a really useful way for us to reduce the fear, the frustration, the despair around the pain, and to feel more at ease and relaxed about it. And eventually, I know this seems maybe far off, but be more playful with it. And so, recently, to give you an example, my most recent neuroplastic symptom was mid-back pain. And it only lasted for about 2 hours, right? This happened a couple of months ago. And what was going on is I was going on a road trip with my family. It was about a 2.5-hour drive. We were going somewhere. And on this 2.5-hour drive, as soon as I sat down in the car, my mid-back started to hurt, which is rare for me. Ever since recovery from neuroplastic pain, it's rare that I get back pain at all, and definitely not chronic. And, I'm a therapist, so I sit all day for a living, and I don't have any pain. But as soon as I sat down in the car, ready to go on this drive, I all of a sudden felt like a pretty moderate level of mid-back pain, tightness and burning sensation. And what was going on is in the back seat, I have 2 kids under 5. They were yelling, screaming, throwing things at each other. And it was a really intense start to our trip. And what was happening is I was having a physical reaction to my emotions. I didn't realize it right away, but I felt trapped in the car. I felt stuck in this car with 2 kids under 5 that were yelling and screaming at each other. And so what first happened is I entered into the pain fear cycle. Anytime we get a new neuroplastic symptoms, we're going to have a period of panic. And I felt panic, that's for sure. I felt very panicked with the pain sensations. Are they going to be here this whole trip? Is my pain coming back? How can I get rid of this? And so I became really fearful of it, which this just caused my pain to escalate more. But eventually, after about 20 or 30 minutes, I started to respond differently. I realized, okay, this is a highly emotional trip thus far. A lot of stress. I feel trapped. I told my brain, you're just having a physical reaction to your emotions right now. That's what's taking place. And that was enough of the evidence and the logical part of my brain understanding what was going on. And then I did some informal somatic tracking. I tried to be at ease with the sensations. I listened to some nice music. I was kind of playful with my kids. I tried to joke around and make the best of this trip that we were having. And I tried to be more at ease with the sensations and even a little playful and humorous, right? It's kind of like a comedy, like, in comedies where, everyone goes on a road trip, they expect it to go so well, and yet it's a disaster with their kids and they're screaming and yelling and fighting with each other. And I kind of tried to make light of the situation, joke around, with my partner about it a bit. And as a result, I felt more at ease with the sensations, the fear reduced. And within 2 hours, by the end of the trip, my pain sensations completely dissipated. And so let's be clear here. The pain didn't dissipate because I tried really hard to get rid of the pain. The pain dissipated because I changed my response. I exited out of the pain fear cycle by being more at ease and light with the sensations, and overall having more of a playful attitude, even though the pain was still there. And so try this out this week. Play around with, trying to change your response to the pain. Be more at ease with it, because this is more indicative of you unlearning your pain, of it being helpful for you in unlearning your pain, then you putting all your effort into trying making the pain change or move in some way. So I hope this helps. Please put your questions or comments down below. Hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, as I'm going to release videos every week talking about neuroplastic pain and mind-body syndrome. Take care.